afternoon, everyone. I'm Darshini. I'm working as a business data analyst at SPAR International. So today we are going to see what is the data lake which we have created in SPAR International, and what is the tool which we have used for creating the data lake project, and of course a couple of analytical projects which we are doing with SPAR International. So a quick introduction about SPAR. So SPAR was originally founded in the year of 1932 by Adrian Van Bell and like-minded people of 14 other people. So the main motto of SPAR International is working together, working in a united cooperation. So in 2020, there are many businesses which was not performing well, and there are few businesses which are really performing well during the pandemic time. Retail industry is one of the industry which really performs well, and the same applies for SPAR. So we have a really good year with 39.8 billion global sales, and of course with a sales growth of 7.45%. And we have grown our stores to 13,501 stores, and our presence around the globe is 48 countries. So we are operating in a different multi-format method, and we are having a different formats according to the need of the customer. We have the formats like the hypermarket, where it is mainly for the family shopping, and we have some other formats like the convenience store, which can be seen in the petrol bunks. So these are some of the formats which we have. And the main important thing which drives the business is the data. The insights which we gain during our pandemic time, especially during the lockdown, as shown here, like during the lockdown of week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, the categories are clearly seen, like whichever categories are increasing or which categories are not performing well. This gives a clear insights about the data during the pandemic, which helps us to take pretty much clear actions on that. So this is the principle and the approach which we use in our project. So this is the entire setup of our data lake project. So this is the end-to-end setup. So as a first step, we collect the data. So we collect the data from our partners. So we have our partners around the globe, and they use a different structure. They use a different methods of storing their data. They are using the different platforms. So we collect the data from the different platforms, and we do clean the data, and we harmonize and standardize it, and finally we load it. In short form, we can call it as ETL process. So, but we use only one tool for the entire process, right from the data cleaning till the loading and the processing. We use a single tool which is called as a trifactor wrangling tool. That is the tool which is entirely used by our company. So what we do is, like, we collect the data through S3, Amazon S3 bucket, we store it, and all other steps, whatever the data wrangling steps, data cleaning steps, and of course the standardization steps is carried out inside the trifactor tool. And finally, we load it into the respective tools. So we use the Power BI as our BI tool for all the descriptive kind of analysis. And of course, on top of it, we use the machine learning algorithm as well, which can be done like through the Jupyter Notebook. We normally don't use all the data set inside the Anaconda Jupyter Notebook. We just retrieve only the data which we need for the entire process. So this is the entire architecture and the challenges and solution. Of course, I would like to touch upon a couple of challenges which we face in the retail industry, and especially with our stores. So the data, as I mentioned before, it lies in the different formats and in the different places. And we use the data, and we collect the data and store it in Amazon S3 bucket. And once we store that, we clean and we do all the process inside the trifactor, which of course it uses the EMR concept. And then finally the data is stored in the S3 again. And finally we use it for the BI tool, and of course for the machine learning algorithms. So one of the main concern for almost all the data related tasks is the security. So like any other company, like we also have the partners who are really concerned about the security of the data when they are sharing. So all these things, the S3 bucket, which has the individual security access and the access key for each of the partner, which makes the data secured. And the one other important advantage is we can connect directly from the trifactor tool to the BI through a ODBC driver. So which doesn't need any extra cost involved in that. So this is one of the effective one. So this is how we normally do the process using the trifactor tool. So let's say like we have the stores across the globe. We have the stores of almost 13,500. So we want to collect the transaction level of data every month, and we have to clean the data on a monthly basis. But it seems to be really a cumbersome process when it is like going to be that much bigger data volume and from the different sources of data. So the tool really helps in collecting the data and wrangling the data just only once for 1 month. So in this case, it is for the January month. We write the steps. The steps are shown on the right side. It is just a sample of the steps or recipes, we call it as. So we clean the data by writing those steps, and then we use the same kind of steps for all the months unless the data structure is not changed. So that it makes really easy for the wrangling steps, and it avoids the repetitive task as well. So this is how we do the steps for each of the partners. So let's say here we have the SPAR Kosovo, which is one of our partner, and SPAR Paraguay, and SPAR Saudi Arabia, so and so on. We have all the partners who are located in the different countries. Individually, we clean the data for the partner, and then we create a huge, massive data lake. So from the data lake, whatever the data is required for the analysis, let's say it is for the sales dashboard creation, or it is for the supplier related dashboard creation, or it is for any machine learning algorithms, the data is retrieved only for the specific purpose. So the single source of truth can be found from the data lake specific recipe. So this is one of the application or one of the main important challenge which we were facing before we implemented Trifacta. So we collect the data from different parts or different partners. So their data is in the different languages. Let's say their data is in the German, Italian, they are in the Albanian. So with respect to this tool, we can easily incorporate the API, like how we do it in the Google. So we can incorporate the API. So it is just with a single step, as shown here, it is in the 5th step. So we just write a single step automatically. When you click on the job, it converts the text, whatever the language it may be. If you explained it externally that it is in Italian, it just, after the job runs completed, it will convert it into English. So this is how it makes the life easier for us, because all our subcategory data are in the different languages, and in order to compare the partners, different partners, we want to have it in a single language. And other standardization technique which we use is the currency conversion. So again, the currency conversion, it affects a lot of businesses, because we think the business is performing well, but it is not actually. Because of the inflation, the currency was having a different value. So similar to the language API, we can incorporate the API for the currency as well. So it gives a specific time with a specific seconds, what is the currency value. So we use, as we are located in Amsterdam, like in Europe, so basically all our standardization is converted, all the currency is converted into euros. So we do all the conversions and comparisons in the euros. So that is one of the standardization which we use, which we incorporate by using the API. So this is the outcome of one of the analysis. This is a simple dashboard. So the main underlying principle of this dashboard is we never touch upon the data lying behind it. It is directly connected from the tool to the Power BI. So which ultimately which helps in reducing a lot of time when loading into the BI tool. That is almost a lot of concern for many people when we are connecting the data in the or loading the data inside the BI tool. And this is again an example of the dashboard. So one of the main important perspective of this dashboard is, since all the data is dummy, it was mentioned as manufacturer 1 and manufacturer 2, etc. So in the retail industry, it was very important to see like which of the brands are performing well. Let's say Pepsi is performing well, Coke is performing well, or which of the brand is performing well. It can be easily seen from the dashboard, and it can be easily retrieved, and we can take action upon it. And this is a second type of analysis which we use the data from Trifacta. So Shopper Mission Analysis is one of the machine learning algorithm which is pretty much famous in the retail industry. So what exactly is the Shopper Mission Analysis is, if a person is going to a store, and we have to know like why the person is coming for. Is the person is coming for a family shopping, or is the person is coming for an impulse kind of a buying, or any other specific mission based one. So for this, we want to have at least a data of 6 months to figure out like what is the customer need and why they are coming for. So by means of using the Trifacta tool, we are not retrieving the entire data set. so that it makes things a lot of cumbersome. So we just retrieve only the data which is necessary for the analysis. Basically, like we retrieve only 2 columns for the initial k-mean clustering. So which is really an efficient one when we are doing the machine learning coding. So it saves a lot of time, and of course, we can sometimes run in the Jupyter Notebook in the local itself. We don't want to pay extra when we are running in the cloud, so because we are just retrieving only the data which we are needed. So this is an outcome of the one of the shopper mission analysis. So by means of this, we can clearly see which of the mission is giving a lot of turnover. So in this case, of course, the non-food category is giving a lot of turnover. It was performing really well. And basically, the mission, normally in the retail industry, the family shopping or the grocery stock up, normally it gives a lot of turnover. And at least the receipts, number of transactions is higher for that specific mission. So after doing this analysis, if you want to compare one mission with a specific partner, let's say Ireland, and if you want to compare it with Italy, you can directly do it inside the Trifacta tool. So you don't want to retrieve all the data into your local or all the data into your Python Jupyter Notebook. Instead, you can just delve back or go back into your Trifacta tool, and you can just compare it. And this is the outcome of the mission-based segmentation. As seen here, it's clear that non-food tops the category, followed by making a meal, and followed by grab and eat, etc. So why this analysis is mainly important for retail industry is that it really helps us to design the store, to figure out, okay, the customer needs impulse kind of a product, and they need like milk along with the bread and butter. So it really helps to design the store, which improves the sales, of course. And one other thing is, if a store is performing well in the impulse kind of a product, that means like it is a convenience-related kind of a product, then we can push the sales towards the grocery stock up, so that it helps in increase the transactions and as well as the sales in the retail industry. So this is again one other analysis where most of the retail sector which we focus on, which is the loyalty program analysis. It gives an idea about who is your loyalty card customer, who is your loyal customer. So in this one, as same as the shopper mission analysis, we normally don't retrieve all the data. We just retrieve only the loyalty card number and of course the sales which has happened along with the loyalty card. So for different kind of analysis, every time normally what we do is we just retrieve all the data and we just remove or filter the data which is unwanted. But instead of that, we can have a source of truth in Trifacta tool or any wrangling tool in that case, and then from there we can use the necessary data inside the modeling or the machine learning algorithms. So by means of this algorithm, there are pretty much important findings which we can figure out: who are our frequent buyers, who are our high spenders, or who is our deal seekers. And as an owner of a store, there was another insight which we can retrieve as well. So as an owner of the store, we can figure out whether the loyalty program is really a profitable one, because it should be a win-win for the customer as well as for the owners. So by means of this analysis, we can figure out that whether it is profitable or not. So finally, I would like to touch upon how and what's the experience which we have with the wrangling tool Trifacta. And we have been doing this for almost like 2 years. We are doing the wrangling steps with the Trifacta team. So one of the main advantage, as I mentioned before, the security of the data. It is really easy to maintain the security of data, and of course, all the analysis or all the wrangling steps, it is done in the cloud. So that's, of course, in this present scenario, everyone is like moving from the traditional one to cloud network, which really makes things easier. And of course, it saves a lot of memory in your local system as well. So this is one of the advantage when we are going for a wrangling tool like Trifacta. And one other important thing which I would say is easy connection with the ingestion as well as in presenting the data. Normally, like we have different places where we ingest the data and we store it in a separate place and we bring it to local, or we take time to bring it to local and then we present it. But since the input side and the output side of the data is linked, it is like pretty much easier and it makes life easier. So when we tried initially with the Python, directly inside the Jupyter Notebook with the Python, with the local Python, I mean, not the cloud one, when we are doing a single partner transaction data for all the wrangling steps and including the Power BI presentation, it was taking like 3 months. By using the wrangling tool, it's kind of like we set up a single time, and it is kind of like the same repetitive process. It does it on its own. So it saves a lot of time. Now, like we finish it the 3 months work in like 3 to 5 days. So it's kind of like a really important one when we are thinking about the time-saving process. So yeah, that's all about the experience of their data lake project with SPAR International. And thank you so much for hearing from me. And have a nice day.